How you doing? I'm Z Shep. This is the Be Artist, Be Athlete podcast, where we take a closer look at players, coaches, all personnel essential to the growth and success of the Art U athletics department. So join us as we take a closer look, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's start the show. Welcome to the Be Artist, Be Athlete podcast. I am your host, Z Shep, and today my guest right now is Miss Maddie Morrow, right? Very big deal. Very big deal. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, is that little modest little chuckle right there? Like, right?
Yeah, no,
I
not
have
a
stats.
huge deal.
I have stats, right? Women's basketball. Originally, you're from New Zealand, but I hear it says over 70 3-pointers for the last 2 seasons. That's a pretty big deal.
Okay. I'll take it.
It's okay to feel yourself. Like, when I think about 3-pointers, I think about like Steph, like a Steph Curry of the basketball team.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have your eyes closed when you shoot them?
Sometimes, yeah. No, never. That would be cool. No, never.
All right. So you being an artist and being an athlete, well, first tell us about yourself. Like, first off, I can hear the accent.
Yeah.
Right. So where are you from?
So yeah, I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand. Many people around here don't know where that is. So to describe it, I'll say like it's close to Australia. I get mistaken for Australian a lot. But yeah, that's where I come from.
You're right. Yeah, because I was in the military and I was stationed in Japan, and I went to this church, and it was Australian and New Zealand, like mixed in Tokyo, which I mean might be weird because it's Japan, but there was a lot of people from New Zealand and Australia. And I was all like, it's like I hear it, but it sounds different. It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Like it's just because you're in the general area next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like close cousins.
Yeah. No, for sure. It is similar. I can admit that. Yeah.
All right. You don't get upset. It's like I get it. You hear an accent and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
It's an accent. You probably communicate better on the court anyway. So like if you don't understand these words, you're gonna understand these shots.
Yeah, and definitely in our team, we're a very international team. So but we've got it. We've had 2 girls from the UK in the past 2 years. We've got 5 girls from Spain. You've got Americans in there too, obviously. And they are the minority. And then we've got another Kiwi, another girl from New Zealand. So yeah, it's communication does like have its challenges sometimes, but when we get it right, it's good. So yeah.
Well, let me talk on that because that's it's a little amazing because the team has done well and you don't necessarily come from the same place, but your love for basketball, like the sport, is kind of like what brings you together. Yeah. And on the court, obviously, you can communicate well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like if you're looking at the sports that brings you together, it's like even if we don't come from the same background and communicate the same, we have this one thing that draws us together. Yeah. And then I would assume from that stems other things that you can relate with.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah.
So have you it's like off the court, you guys are like pretty, I assume you're pretty close as well?
Yeah, that's like where we're most close, I think. Like it clicks so easily off the court. It was almost like kind of a thing this season was we struggled, like we probably didn't find our full potential of chemistry as a team on the court. But off the court, it just comes so naturally and it's so easy and it's such a great group of girls to be a part of. So we're just like near the end of the season, we're like, can we just have what we have off the court and just bring it onto the court and play like with that same kind of chemistry or that same idea of chemistry. So yeah.
Awesome. Love to hear it. So for you personally, what was your experience like being recruited, like for Art U?
It was an interesting process really because in New Zealand we finish high school around like early December, late November. And I really had no interest in coming to the States. Like I think it was scary. I was a bit of a homebody, honestly. But after like our national tournament, my teammate and I, we both were like, like let's give it a shot. Like let's put our stuff out there, see how it goes. And we got our manager. He sent us stuff out like as a package, like a duo, and Academy of Art was the first to get back to us. I think it was within like a few weeks even. And then the coach at the time, she was a female, and she said like, hey, we'd like you here in February. Come train with the girls, come get experience before your freshman year starts. And so we just said, okay. We just had to get our visa sorted in like a month. My visa arrived the day before we flew out.
Wow.
Like ultimate stress. Yeah. And so then we got here, and obviously like that semester was kind of crazy, because that coach that recruited us didn't end up returning. So we met our new coach, Jesse Clark, a week before we flew back to New Zealand for summer, which is winter back home. And then so our freshman year, we started with a new coach, and luckily like he saw something he liked in us and kept us around, with 2 other girls from the year. So we started from scratch a couple years ago. So
interesting. That's great.
Yeah.
So a couple of things.
Yeah.
You said November, December.
Yeah.
And then you put out the package.
Yeah.
And they said come by February.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah, it was
like, you want to do it? Okay, you want to do it. And then immediately it was all like, all right, it's time to go. We got picked up. We got to roll.
Yeah. And
wow.
I had like enrolled in a university back in New Zealand, like as a safety kind of thing. It was we just full sent it. And, just a lot of trust and, something bigger because.
Yeah. And then since it's like the coach that knew you and was like, oh, I could see it. Then it was like a new coach. So when you say start from scratch, it was like, okay, so whatever chemistry I had, I'm going to kind of have to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Wow. But it was lightweight. It's like, it's easy. Right.
It was far from that. It had its challenges for sure, but nothing like, my teammate and I, we always say like, we wouldn't change it. While it had its challenges, that's where I think that time period in my life, that's where I seen the most growth, just because it was hard, but there was like many good moments too, but a lot of character building, I'd say. Yeah.
That's the key. That's the word that I was going to think about, growth.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is. Like, because I say this with the athletes when they get recruited. It's like you're obviously you're good because you got recruited, but then coming here, being able to grow and then see the growth. I feel like as an athlete, it's all like, this is what I needed. This is what I wanted, because I don't want to just be good. Like, I want to be great. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. So what are some things you were able to accomplish on the team? I know the season was over, but like, what are some things you were able to accomplish?
Like this year?
Yeah. Like
I mean, as a team, we started strong. We were 5-0. Went to like a 6-1, and we were like, okay, this is exciting preseason, and we hit conference, and the winning definitely like slowed down. It started being like winning and losing, and then slightly more losing in conference, which was challenging because we had such a strong start, and we were just like, what needs to change? And each game was like, what do we need to change? And sometimes it would be like, we'd have to sit and think on it because we have the tools, we had everything right there. So it was a challenging season for sure. What did I achieve? Probably significantly less than like I would want to. Like, if I'm being honest with you, like it was definitely a challenging season. But I think for me, like if I look at the season, I'm proud of staying resilient through the season. I think there was times where it could have been like, I'm just going to stop because I don't see like progress or change in my game. And I stuck at it, and I had some like a lot of people helped me through that, I guess. No, I know. I think I'm proud of sticking at it, and I learned that lesson to like stay at it, keep working, show up the next day, do everything in like your power that you can do, and it'll happen.
For sure. You sound like somebody that has growth, because it's like, it's not panning out the way I expected it. So I don't have, so since my expectation isn't being met, then I kind of want to retreat. But you're saying because you didn't retreat, you were able to still see results paying off. So with that in mind, like what do you think you'll take into next season? Like going into next season, like what do you feel like you personally and then as a team you'll be able to take into the next season to kind of make sure that you have a better season than you had this year?
Yeah. So like, there's always parts of your personal game you can work on. I've kind of already started having conversations about this with my coach, and I am my role. I am a shooter. It's what I'm supposed to be
Facts.
good at. So I guess getting more reps up of having a defender right in my face or having to release it with half a second to go, like catch and shoot, that type of stuff, to become a threat, like with
don't let her get the ball.
Don't let her touch the ball. You want to take it
from so you don't want to have 7, you want to have 140. You want to have 280 3-pointers. That's what you want.
Yeah, just being a threat, like ultimately on the 3-point line, like where it's just like, I want to be that. And so always working on that for sure. But just also having that second aspect of my game of getting to the rim and being aggressive and being able to be a strength on the team defensively. Like I think I built that up this past year. Definitely from my freshman year to my sophomore year, I think my defensive game got a whole lot stronger. We had that discussion at the end of my freshman year. And so that was something I needed to do over summer, which is winter back home. So I get season. So I go from season, I go home for summer, which is freezing, and basketball season. So it's like, I put myself on the ball, and I've got an amazing skills coach back home that, will just work and work with me every day. So I'm so lucky for that back home. So they'll definitely continue working in every way I can just to become better at basketball, and then, those opportunities will come and results will come from that. Like I know I've seen that. So yeah.
Definitely. Sounds good. I like you're saying that you're already in conversations with coach about, okay, how can I be better? So it's good that, the coach is open, and it's also good that you're open to receive from the coach. That's awesome. So let's shift from off the court.
Yeah.
Right. Off the court, what do you have going on? What is your major? Let's start there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a communications and media technologies major.
All right. Awesome. What are you looking to do with that major? I know it's your sophomore year. So like by the time you graduate, like what are you looking to do with that major?
Honestly, like I know that it's broad, and so that like the options are there. I've thought about it a little bit. Like I'd love to work with a sports media company, like, Sky Sport. That's a broadcasting kind of business that is back home, and like I kind of see them doing their stuff at like, basketball games, rugby games, any kind of sport, and then they travel the world. And I was thinking like that would be so cool. Just, obviously we have such good facilities at the school, I know how to work behind the camera, know how to be in front of a screen and become media trained. So I don't know what particular part of that, but like that excites me right now. I think doing all that kind of stuff, just it's so fun to me. And I think if you can go out and love your job, like that's the ultimate goal.
You got it made.
Yeah.
That's it. So being at RU helps you to be able to kind of marry the two. Yeah. Where obviously you're getting skills on the court, which you love. Yeah. But also your major teaches you how to continue to do something that you love and incorporate the love that you have for basketball and other sports as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't see myself doing any other degree. I just love it. Yeah.
So it was a good thing that you put your package out there.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was. I was going to go, it's a funny story. I was going to go into land property management. I had no
No
interest
desire for
in,
that.
yeah, it was just like,
let me just
yeah,
pick
I just got
something,
to,
I
I got
guess.
to go to university. I got to, do that. And I'm lucky that wasn't the case, because I think, I know back home, a lot of people just think like after high school, it's what everyone does. But I would definitely encourage like finding something you're passionate about and then getting into that, because it's just so enjoyable. But to be fair,
I
I
agree.
didn't really know about what I was getting into over here either, and it just happened to work out perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
See, she send the recruiter. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I would have been digging in some
Yeah.
land or something like that, huh?
Yeah.
So also, before we go, you are the Student Athlete Advisory Committee Chairwoman of Social Events.
Yeah.
So explain to us what that is.
Okay, so there's 4 of us on SAC, 4 athletes that kind of lead the rest of the SAC community, and it's been my first year on that, and I knew I wanted to, level it up a bit, as well as the other people I'm working with. We all kind of had the same vision of just wanting to bring the community closer together and all the athletes closer together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been really fun this year, and I think we've done pretty well for our first year getting it done. We've tried to run more events and have people show up, and sometimes it's hard, but other times, like when it works, it's so rewarding to see people connect and community become community, because like ultimately that's my favorite thing, I think, is having a community and having that sense of belonging, and being a part of building that is so like rewarding, I guess. So I love it, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Great people to work with all round. So yeah.
For sure. So you're a superstar on and off the court. Leading them on and off the court. Right. Well, I for one am glad that you put the package out there, and now you're here and you're allowing RU to be part of the process as you grow through life on and off the court. And I mean, I look forward to seeing you on the sports channels on the broadcast. I mean, even I might have to look up on YouTube, because if it's back in New Zealand, I don't know the channels
Right. Yeah,
for that. But look forward to seeing big things from you. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we want to take a quick time out. We want to take a moment to thank one of our amazing sponsors, Relation Insurance Services. Relation is your go-to partner for all things insurance. Whether you're looking for a personal coverage, business solutions, or specialized insurance needs, Relations has got you covered. They offer a wide range of services, including workers' compensation, general liability, property insurance, loss control and claims, and employee benefits. With Relation, you can expect an elevated client service experience and expert advice for a team of dedicated professionals who work tirelessly to ensure you have coverage that fits your unique needs. So if you're in the market for insurance, look no further than Relation. Visit their website at relationinsurance.com or give them a call at 800-404-4969 to learn more about how they can help protect what matters most to you. Thank you, Relation, for your support, and thank you, fans, for watching. It's Z Shep here with your Be Artist, Be Athlete podcast sports update.
Entering the Pacific West Conference Championship Tournament as the number 3 seed, RU men's basketball began by defeating the number 6 seed Westmont 85-69 in the quarterfinals, thanks in large part to 71 points from its starters. The semis then saw the Urban Knights down by 2 to the number 2 seed Biola with seconds left when junior forward Bryce Moore connected on a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the thrilling 67-66 victory. In the championship game for the second time in the last 4 years, Academy of Art held a lead over number 1 seed Point Loma with 2 minutes to go, but could not hold on for the win as the Sea Lions prevailed 67-64. RU men's and women's track and field approaches NCAA D2 Indoor Nationals, with Urban Knights set to compete in 6 individual events and 1 relay. Qualifiers to the indoor finale in Indianapolis include Lena Hannick and Michaela Andrews, both in the 800 meters, Ajani Ince in the 60 meters and 200 meters, Josh Marlin in the 400 meters, Yakuba Nako in the triple jump, and the men's 4x4 relay. RU softball started Pacific West Conference play on a victorious note, defeating Dominican 4-3 on February 28th. After a 3-run double by junior infielder Audrey Allen in the 5th inning, graduate student outfielder Kylie Greyhorse Pepecki delivered what would be the game-winning RBI single in the 7th as the Urbanites prevailed in San Rafael.
That was your Be Artist, Be Athlete podcast sports update. Back to the show. Welcome back. We're here with our second guest, Giulio Zanichelli.
Yeah.
Did I say it? Did I butcher it? Or did
Absolutely correct.
All right. Awesome. So, man, there's so much. So much. I don't know where to start. And so men's golf, that's what you're on. You're the team captain. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Team captain of men's golf. Pac West Golfer of the Year. Right? You know you had that title?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the year, right? Of the entire world, whole world, correct? You made nationals last season and you're ranked top 10, right? You're like ranked, like you're the guy. One like in the whole program. So tell us a little bit about yourself and then we're going to get into all of those accolades.
All right.
So where are you from?
I'm from Italy. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a senior here at the school, and I play golf. I love to play golf. I study industrial design, and I'm a big golfer fan. I like to play golf, and yeah, that's.
So golf. So we'll get into the major because that's
All right.
So golf and industrial design. I think it's safe to say that you like to use your mind, right? Because I think golf is a pretty like strategic game. Like even when I play miniature golf, okay, and I'm not that good,
Okay.
right? So I feel like you probably have to math well. But for you as the team captain, like I feel like you've obviously rose through the ranks because of your skill on the green, right? On city court on the green. So what was we'll start here. What was the recruiting process like for you coming to RU and why did you choose this school?
Yeah, so as an international student and an Italian, the recruiting process it's not easy. I was helped by an organization, Athletes USA, and this and also this person helped me, particularly Francesco, that I want to thank again for his work. He helped me get in touch with coaches from different colleges. So he helped me in this process, which was not easy, being far away from the US.
Right.
And also I was still young, and I honestly at the beginning I didn't know that there could have been this chance in my life to play golf and study at the same time. But then I got in touch with this person, and with the support of my family since the beginning, I had a chance to come here. So the coach here recruited me, and he offered me a spot in the team. And unfortunately, the first semester when I got here, I was injured, so I didn't play for the first 6 months. But then I got back, and then from there it was a continuous progress till now. So I'm super proud of the person and the player I've become, and so it was an exciting progress and journey, and I loved it, and I'm still enjoying it because it's almost getting to the end, but it was fun. It was great. Yeah.
Well, I mean, making it to nationals, I feel like, even though you were injured that first time, you probably did more than just to make it up to the school. Like, I was injured for that first 6 months. but after that injury, you just been going, right?
Yeah.
It seems like. All right. So, what's your relationship with just golf? Like, is that something, like, when did you find out that you were just like, the guy on the green? Like, when did it happen for you, like, in your life?
Well, let me tell you this. I used to play soccer when I was back home, and I started playing competitive golf when I was 16, 17 years old.
Mhm.
So in high school, I played soccer, and then I decided to switch. Fortunately, I started playing golf when I was young. So I used to play golf thanks to my parents who played golf. So they got me into this beautiful sport. But I used to play golf just as a hobby during summer, because my main sport was soccer. But then I decided to start taking golf seriously, and that's why I switched, and I started practicing golf every day, and since then it became an obsession. It's I have a lot of fun when I play golf, and I
Mhm.
think that's the fuel, the main fuel for playing and playing well. If you have fun, it's easier to play well.
Right, I
So
imagine.
it's yeah, that was the whole journey. Yeah, that got me here.
All right, so you took it serious, and you take it serious enough to be the team captain. So what's that like for those people who think like, well, how is golf a team sport and might not see it as other sports where you're all like on the court at one time or all out on the field on one time? What's it like in golf? Like, how is it a team unit and the cohesiveness of the team for your sport, golf?
Yeah, it is an individual sport, but also a team sport when you play in college, because you play with other teammates, and when you go out there, you you play not just for yourself, but also for the university that you represent.
Mm-hmm.
And being a team captain means being an example for the other players, and also a person that they can rely on when they go out, when they play, and also when they practice. So I'm trying to um, show the knowledge that I have achieved and um, got during these years, and I'm trying to help my teammates as much as I can, with this knowledge. So it's absolutely fun and great to practice all together, not just as an individual. And it's, I would say, it may be less boring to practice as a team. You're competitive, so you play, and even if it's a practice, you play against your teammates and you push um, your teammates, and they push you to be them, to be better,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a great way to improve and get better.
All
So
right, yeah. So it's basically like anything else. Like we're coming together. We have a common goal, and the common goal is to win, but you win by just being better, right? So
yeah.
obviously you had skill before, and then now you come here in this environment and you're able to grow, right? Not just on, but also off the green. So what are some things as far as growth goes, as far as you being coached that help you to grow and working with a team that kind of help you to grow? Are there anything that you've seen like, man, if I wasn't on this team, then I wouldn't know A, B, and C?
um well, the role of the coach, I think, is um important in a team, in and also in this sport, because you may think it's an individual sport, so you work by yourself, and but it's actually not like that. So the coach has an important role to bring the team all together,
Mm-hmm.
and to create that atmosphere, um, in the, I would say, in the locker room, even it's not a locker room, but it's
Right,
um,
right.
it's the the same. So
right.
The coach that we have right now, he's doing a great job at creating this competitiveness and this atmosphere between all of us, and so we're trying to push each other to get better, and yeah. So.
Good, man. It's good. So even though you're ranked first and you're like the guy, it's not a situation where it's like you're the one. It's a situation where like we lift each other up, because making it to nationals, like as a team, obviously it's a squad. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to see them on the green, right? So that's awesome. All right, so let's switch to the scholar side, okay? Because you said industrial design, and you also have some accolades on the scholar side. So GCAA All-American Scholar, Pac West Golf Scholar. What are these accolades? Like, what does it mean to be the GCAA All-American Scholar? Like, what does that mean?
I would say I'm
smart.
No, it's great. It means that the work that I put not only in sport but also in school brought me to this award. So I'm absolutely proud of it, and I'm happy, and so and I like the journey that I did in school too, and all the things that I learned, and it is exciting. It is great, and yeah.
And you're also humble. I see. So it seems like a pretty big deal to be team captain, to make it to nationals, and then off the green, right? Because it's like be artist. It's like be artist, be athlete, and you're like the pinnacle of that. It's like, man, like you're on the green doing things, probably look good on the cereal box, and then you can also design like the golf course essentially that you're putting on. Right? Is that what industrial design is?
Well, not exactly the golf course. It's more. I'm more focused in product design.
Mm-hmm.
So everyday products. I also worked on a golf club, golf putter, as one of my projects. So yeah, it's it takes both to succeed and to have I feel like a good reputation or a good so
that's amazing. You said that you're designing a golf club. So essentially, because I feel like that's almost like a foreshadow, because as good as you are, you're probably going to get some sponsorships. And I can see you having your name on a golf club that you learned how to design it here at the school. Is that like, because that's, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty big deal. So like, man, it's like, they're going to be like, what golf club does he use? His own that he designed, right? I mean, that's pretty amazing. I don't know how many schools you'd be able to do that at, where you can literally, again, be artist, be athlete. It's like, we might make your face the picture of the podcast. I don't know. But it seems like the more you're talking about it, like designing a golf club. So how is that difficult? Because I'm thinking about like aerodynamics when swinging against the wind and things like that. Like,
it is difficult because the whole process of creating a product is complicated. You got to start from research, brainstorming, then you start sketching ideas, and then you move to CAD models, so 3D models, and then you create it, you prototype it, so you have an actual real model that you can try with a real shaft. And this whole process is not easy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and but yeah, playing with my own, like the club that I can create, that would be great. That would be interesting.
Wow. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you, Francisco. Because here at this school, that's cool. So then if I ask you about your future endeavors, because you're coming to an end, right? You have what, like one more year left here at the school?
No, this is my last semester.
This is your last semester.
This is the end.
This is it. So it's perfect timing, right? I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna design my own club and take it from there. And it's like RU is to thank for that. Like, where is that where you see your future is? I'm like writing your story for you. Where do you see going in the future? That's where I feel like it's going. But where do you see it going?
I see my future in the professional world of golf. Mm-hmm. My main goal is to be a professional golfer, and to reach that goal, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, and sometimes you need to sacrifice other things. And but at the same time, having studying and knowing what industrial design is and product design is, it can help me focus on products, like golf products, that mm-hmm. and use my knowledge and my experience in golf to have maybe an advantage on creating those products. So
for sure I feel like that's exactly correct, having an advantage, because versus just saying, bring me some designs and I can improve them, you're like firsthand being able to create the designs. So not only does it give a more personal touch to the product, but you also are cutting out some other areas that you have to pay somebody else for. It's like, no, I can do it myself because I was at a school that was able to equip me with the knowledge and the resources to be able to start on this before I even graduated. That's I'm not even like trying to like plug the school, but that's just listening to that. It's like, I don't know where else you can find it, where you have a school where you can be, and it like aligns. Yeah. So you can focus on golf. And even when you're focusing on your academics, you're still focusing on golf.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, and that's Francisco. Fun. And that's fun.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, that's Camillard, everybody. Come here. Come to this school. Yeah. Come to this. If you're an artist and an athlete, this is where you want to be. Man. So, Giulio.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Did I say it? I said it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, cool. Thank you for joining us. I definitely look forward to seeing your face on the cereal box and seeing your name on the golf club. Okay. Right? And watching you and the PGA and everywhere else, man. Then after that, we're probably going on to be on podcast hosting and be like, well, back in my day, So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for our show today. Again, I am your host, Z Shep. This is the Be Artist, Be Athlete podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to our sponsors. Listen, don't forget, hit the RU Athletics team store. It is now open. What are you waiting for? www.ruathletics.com/team store. I will see y'all next time. And listen, go Urban Knights.